This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. Funeral plans are now set for Venice's longtime Chamber of Commerce president who passed away over the weekend.
John Ryan's sudden death has sent shockwaves through the business community and raises questions as to who will take his place as a major promoter of the city. ABC7's Christopher Brantley has more on Ryan's lasting legacy.
The halls of the Venice Chamber of Commerce are quiet, everyone taking in the loss. Ryan's office door has been closed, too painful for anyone to go inside.
I went to school with John from preschool through high school, yeah.
Jeff Boone is a Venice attorney. He and Ryan have been friends since they were babies.
He had no medical issues at all, so this was truly an out of the blue situation. And his wife Ann, his daughter Michelle are struggling, as you would expect.
As are so many in Venice. For Sammy Banting, Ryan was a guiding light in starting her new business.
He was always so supportive, and he was always the guy who was like, listen, we're going to figure out a way to make this happen for you, and we're going to do it together.
It was Ryan that inspired Banting to follow her dream and start a new business. He was an ardent supporter of young people, creating the Venice Young Professionals Group.
We joke around that he's watching us right now with a beer in his hand, and he's like, keep going. Like, don't stop all the progress that we've made.
And it's that progress that reminds the chamber staff of the impact Ryan had on the community.
A ginormous loss for sure. I told them yesterday when we met that my expectation of workload this week is very small.
Other office management has stepped up to keep the ship of business sailing forward as the board of directors looks at the succession plan.
We'll find the right person, but we won't hire someone until we find the right person.
That's Christopher Brantley reporting today from Venice. Again, a memorial service for Ryan is set for this Saturday at St. Mark's Episcopal Church. Jeff Boone told us there are many people coming from very far out of town to pay their respects to Ryan.
Nothing seems to be slowing down visitors from heading to the Sunshine State. According to Governor Rick Scott, nearly 61 million people visited the state in just the first 6 months of the year. That's up about 4% compared to the same time period last year. The increase is primarily due to a growing number of visitors coming from other states, but the number of tourists coming from overseas and Canada has dropped slightly. Earlier this year, GOP legislators had threatened to cut funding to the state's tourism marketing agency by 2/3, but were able to reach a deal with Governor Scott to keep the agency's budget intact.
After Florida Power and Light announced plans to pause building 2 nuclear reactors in Miami-Dade County, state regulators are wading into a dispute about how to handle the utility's long-discussed plans. The dispute pits FPL against consumer representatives, the city of Miami, and business and environmental groups. In part, it involves an FPL strategy to continue pursuing a crucial license for the reactors and then pausing for what could be years before making decisions about whether to move forward. The utility is asking the Public Service Commission to allow it to recoup licensing costs in the future. Opponents of the request argue FPL has not submitted a needed study that would show whether the nuclear project is feasible.
All during that period of time, they're going to be earning a return. Shareholders are going to be making a profit, and we just don't think that the customers should be bearing that expense for unknown length of time.
If new reactors would start operating in 2031 and 2032, the overall cost of the project is estimated to range from about $15 to $22 billion. The Public Service Commission hearing could last through Thursday.
Next week, state regulators will hold a public hearing to consider proposed rate hikes by Citizens Property Insurance. The hearing will be held next Wednesday in South Florida. Citizens proposed the increases in June, pointing to a surge in costly water damage claims. The rate hikes would vary by policy and property type, but for multi-peril homeowners policies, the increase would be an average of 6.7%. If the increases are approved, they would go into effect on February 1st.
Work is now underway on a $2 million pedestrian bridge over Laurel Road in South Sarasota County. That bridge is part of the Legacy Trail, which now goes from south of Clark Road in Sarasota all the way into Venice. Users of the trail were concerned about heavy traffic on Laurel Road, especially for drivers who may not stop at the red light. Work was supposed to begin more than a year ago, but it was delayed after it was discovered several important water pipes were underneath that work area. Those problems have now been solved and the work has begun. It's expected to be complete by the summer of 2018, so about a year from now.
All right, well, heading over to First Alert Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. He has our forecast for this steamy Tuesday.
Yeah, it's been dry in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere, and that has shut down our mainly afternoon and evening thunderstorms that we typically get during this time of year. And you can see on the scale the dry showing up as the brownish area right there. The moisture obviously associated with GERT as it heads off to the northeast. And that dry air continues to funnel right across the state right now and is in place. Once in a while we'll get a shower or two building up, but that is about it. Notice what's going on down here near Cuba, though. That moisture is wrapping around a mid to upper level low, which is drifting to the north now. So this is going to eventually take over. It'll take about a day, though, to get here. So tomorrow we'll still see the dry air around, maybe a little bit better chance for some showers and storms, but still below the average for this time of year. Currently, it's sunny and hot, 90 degrees. The dew point temperature at 74 degrees. That's up there. And as far as rainfall goes, the showers around into central portions of our viewing area now continuing to head off to the east, and they are weakening. This one just kind of popped up in the last 10 minutes or so, just to the northeast of Punta Gorda and Port Charlotte, and will stay east of that area due to the west wind. I mentioned not much going on in Manatee and Sarasota counties at all. It should stay that way through the night. Evening planner is calling for generally partly cloudy skies and warm temperatures at 11 o'clock, still in the low 80s. More on your weather forecast and a complete update on the tropics coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. As kids across the country head back to school, how they're actually getting there is becoming a challenge for many school districts. There are some new concerns about a school bus driver shortage. It's affecting cities all across the country and those here on the Suncoast. The Manatee County School District is still in need of 10 to 15 more drivers. In Sarasota County, the district has multiple positions listed on the website for these bus drivers. ABC's Maggie Rulli takes a look at what incentives are being offered to get more drivers behind the wheel.
Across the country, the pressure is on to find school bus drivers before that first day bell rings. Educators in Hawaii call it an unexpected crisis, leaving parents scrambling to figure out how they'll get their kids to school.
For us working parents, we could lose our job because of that.
In Florida, districts are turning to mechanics and school supervisors to hop in the driver's seat.
Anybody that's available that is qualified that can operate the bus will be out on the road.
And they're desperate for drivers in Denver.
It's been going on for over a year now.
This year, the city's still looking for at least 40 more school bus drivers. And like other areas in need, they're offering bonuses and pay raises, even recruiting stay-at-home parents, telling them they can bring along any preschool children they have at home.
We're seeing some school districts having to cut school bus routes or consolidate them, having fewer stops.
Experts say there are multiple factors. The long process to get a commercial driver's license, in most states up to 12 weeks. Salaries, many newer drivers make about $50 a day. And split shifts, working at least 2 different times each day. But it's not about the money for Julie Castle, a bus driver in Denver. She says it's about the bond she makes with the children on her bus that keeps her coming back.
For me, I think it's a great job.
According to a recent survey, 22% of bus contractors are calling the shortage severe, and 5% are saying they are desperate to find new drivers. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, New York.
Going back to school can be a stressful time for students, parents, and teachers. But should teachers be worried about making sure their students have all the school supplies they need? With funding limited, many teachers take it upon themselves to go out and spend their own money on things like notebooks, pencils, pens, glue, and other supplies. Those little items can add up, leaving teachers frustrated and wondering if it should be their responsibility.
Well, we really want the best for our children. We love them. We want to see them actively engaged in learning, having fun, and just looking forward to coming to school.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, we'll talk to teachers on the Suncoast about how much money they are actually spending to make sure their students are better prepared in class.
The first Florida team to win a national water skiing title is back from the championships in Rockford, Illinois. The Sarasota Ski-A-Rees team won the Division I championship with their Star Wars, the Ski Cool show. The 86-member show features 225 skis. The Sarasota water ski team beat 15 other clubs, mostly from the upper Midwest. We talked to 2 of the performers earlier today about the big win.
Quite an exhilarating feeling because we went up there and were in no way expected to to win it all. So to go up there after a 20-year hiatus and to come away national champions was quite the experience.
It was something really surreal. When I first joined the club, it was probably 2009, and we were just a local rinky-dink club that had the audacity to put an inboard in saltwater. 8 years later, we went from that to being the #1 team in the country, breaking world records, shattering team points. It was really quite an amazing feeling.
What a run it's been for them. You can catch their public performances for 5 weeks starting Sunday, September 24th at 2 p.m. behind Moat Marine.
Yeah, it's a wonderful show. It's free to see. And we had one of the performers on our new news today, and she was saying that they took up 4 boats, a dock, trailers full of equipment, all the skis, all the way to Illinois.
That must have been
to
a trip.
compete. It was quite an undergoing, yeah.
All worth it, though.
Yep. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight.
A warning for Costco shoppers, why the wholesale warehouse is in big trouble for its jewelry sales. Plus, problems spinning out of control. Parents are being warned about the dangers of fidget spinners.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wanna Be Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabein.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean, really moves me.
one.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
No theater lover's bucket list is complete without the classic black comedy Arsenic and Old Lace. Two adorable old ladies who just happen to poison their tenants and bury them in their basement. Fun and farcical, this hilarious play is heating up the summer at the Players Center from August 9th through the 20th. Call 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. You'll die laughing when you see Arsenic and Old Lace.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
A popular toy is being linked with safety hazards. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission has issued new fidget spinner safety guidance. There have been a handful of choking incidents reported with these toys, as well as 2 instances of spinners catching on fire, plus another incident in which a fidget spinner melted. The commission recommends you keep them away from small children. The plastic and the metal spinners can break. They can release small pieces that can be a choking hazard. One girl actually had to have surgery. And older children should not put fidget spinners in their mouth. They also say be careful when using battery-operated fidget spinners. Make sure when they are charging that you are nearby in case they catch on fire. It's a lot of danger from a little...
ABC7 First Alert Weather Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
I had a chance to take my little dog, or ferocious dog, Mia, for a little walk this morning. And as always, we run into John Draper, crossing guard, now that school has started. And he's always got to take care of all the dogs that move through because he doesn't want to be attacked by them, obviously. So he has little treats. And Mia got her treat today. So John Draper. That name is familiar to some folks here at the station. Nice guy and great stories to tell. Casey Key webcam right there showing the story today. Calm conditions out there on the waters. Just a few clouds every once in a while coming in from the west, and looks like it'll stay that way tomorrow. A little bit better chance for a few more showers tomorrow, but really not nearly the coverage you would expect for this time of year. Well, all the storms and all the rain and moisture is gone with this system. This is Gert. It continues to move off to the north-northeast now. This trough of low pressure will catch it and bend it off to the northeast, keeping it away from the coast of the United States. Now, it is generating waves and high surf along the Carolinas all the way down into Florida right now, but for the most part, the winds are going to stay well offshore of the U.S. Now, for radar picture, we're showing some shower activity in the inland counties, not much going on near the coast at all. We'll have to keep an eye on the outflow boundaries here, but they're not sticking around long, and they're not all that intense due to the dry air that is in place. And you can see a few showers just east of I-75 and south of Interstate 4 in Hillsborough County, and a few developing just to the east of Punta Gorda with an occasional lightning strike. Not a lot with these cells, just simply because they don't get that high into the atmosphere due to the dry air that's around. Now, currently, from the Sarasota Bradenton Airport, it's 90, sunshine, plenty of it. West winds are at 10, and the pressure now 29.98 inches, and that is falling ever so slightly. The high, a couple degrees above average. The low this morning was 79. We'll see 80 degrees for a low tomorrow, and no rainfall to report today. And for the month now, just almost 3 inches below average. You can see the satellite, enhanced satellite imagery showing a fairly significant storm now in terms of hurricane status. Top winds are at 80 miles an hour. It's not a tropical storm any longer. It's the second named storm as far as hurricanes go. This is the 7th named storm as it makes its way to the northeast. The next name is Harvey. Harvey is the next named storm up. There's Gert heading off to the northeast, and it looks like it has a chance, a small chance, developing into a Category 2 storm over the upcoming 24 hours before eventually it moves over some cooler waters in the Atlantic. Well, the tropical trouble, it's starting to develop out in the Atlantic now. We have 3 separate areas, one right here and another one behind it. This one has a little bit better chances, almost like a lead blocker, allowing the halfback to become a stronger storm. I think that's what's happening right now. There's plenty of moisture around. And so disturbance number 2 has a 40% chance developing. Disturbance number 1, which is right here, has a 40% chance developing over the next 5 days. Number 1 is going to be going off into the Caribbean, it looks like. Number 2 has a chance to do a little bend off toward the north-northwest. So we'll see. Hopefully it follows the same path as Gert. And then the one behind it, there's still no information on that as far as where that may be headed. That's a long way off regardless. Not much rain on Wednesday. A few coastal showers are possible. But all in all, the activity will start to change a little bit on Thursday. We'll start to see more storms heading back toward the coast later in the day. Northwest winds 5 to 10 knots out there, a light chop. Water temperature at 92 degrees right now. Tides upcoming, high tide at 8:53, sunset at 8:08. Tonight, partly cloudy, warm and muggy, 80 for a low, and mostly sunny. Scattered showers, 20% in the morning near the coast, 30% inland in the afternoon. And the extended forecast is calling for a better chance for showers and storms come Thursday. And then we'll be in the thick of things after that, right on in through Tuesday of next week with high temperatures in the low 90s. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Now checking in on your first alert traffic for the drive home. Traffic is backed up on the DeSoto Bridge in Manatee County. This is in the northbound lanes.
Mazda is recalling nearly 80,000 cars and SUVs, some of them for a second time. The vehicles recalled have dangerous Takata airbag inflators. The recall covers front passenger inflators on certain 2007 through 2009 and 2012 CX-7, CX-9, and Mazda 6 vehicles. The recalls vary by state and age of the vehicles. Takata inflators can explode with too much force and then hurl shrapnel into drivers and passengers. Well, if you've recently bought jewelry at Costco, you may want to get it checked out. Costco got in trouble for selling Tiffany engagement rings that were not made by Tiffany's. Now Costco must pay Tiffany $19 million. That includes triple the loss in profits Tiffany incurred from Costco's actions, plus interest and more than $8 million in punitive damages. In a statement, Tiffany said the decision, quote, sends a clear and powerful message to Costco and others who infringe the Tiffany mark. Don't mess with Tiffany. Well, apparently convenience stores are not convenient enough for some. Amazon is launching yet another new service all about convenience. It's called Amazon Instant Pickup. The company says customers can use Instant Pickup to order all sorts of basic supplies and devices. Then they can pick them up within 2 minutes. Customers would go to one of the lockers that are currently being used by Prime members to pick up the items. Amazon is aiming the service at a group known for snack cravings, college students. Instant Pickup starts this week at 5 campus locations across the country.
I think they are on to something. Straight ahead, unapologetic Oprah, the former talk show host, opens up about her very public weight struggles. That's ahead in entertainment news.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Join the fun at the Weddings of Sarasota 17th Annual Wedding Show at the iconic Sarasota Municipal Auditorium on US 41. Sunday, August 27th from noon to 4. Enjoy food, fun, and entertainment with a runway show on stage at 3 p.m. $2,000 in Weddings of Sarasota dollars given out after the runway show. You must be present to win. Pre-register at weddingsofsarasota.com. Brides and grooms are free if registered by midnight on August 25th. Weddings of Sarasota. Register today.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Discover all the reasons the experts love Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Nobody beats Subaru in service quality, vehicle quality, and overall quality. And ALG named Subaru the 2017 top brand for residual value. Right now, lease the most fuel-efficient vehicle in its class, a new Subaru Outback for just $229 a month, or get 0% financing. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Mindy Kaling is confirming pregnancy rumors and says she is excited to be a mom.
The 38-year-old actress opened up about her pregnancy in an interview on the Sunday edition of NBC's Today Show upcoming Sunday. In a preview, what was released today, she joked that she's excited to have a child so she'll be able to openly criticize other parenting. Kaling also said she hopes to use her late mother as an example of how to be a good mom. She says her mom was open-minded and always supportive of her career choice. Kaling did not say in the clip who is the baby's father.
Former American Idol Jordan Sparks and country music star Thomas Rhett will be among this year's celebrity judges at the Miss America pageant. They will help judge the competition in Atlantic City on September 10th. Chris Harrison from ABC's The Bachelor and ESPN's Sage Steele will return as co-hosts.
Pink's 17-year-old music career will be honored at the MTV Video Music Awards. The Grammy-winning singer will receive the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award on August 27th. The award honors musicians who have had an impact on pop culture with their songs, fashion, and music videos. Past winners include Madonna, Beyonce, and Justin Timberlake. Pretty good company. Pink released her debut album in 2000. She will release her 7th album called Beautiful Trauma on October 13th.
Oprah is not apologizing, especially not for her weight. The media mogul and former talk show host tells Vogue magazine that her fluctuations in weight over the years were a, quote, physical, spiritual, emotional burden for her. But she says once you hit 60, there are no more apologies. Winfrey also says she misses her talk show and her connection to the audience, but she knew it was time to end the show in 2011 because the way people consume media was changing. Don't we know that? Winfrey also talks about her complicated relationship with her partner, Stedman Graham.
And I think her audience misses her in that sort of talk show format.
Yeah.
You know? It was like must-see viewing.
Right. I mean, it was. And she, you know, she has own network now. And sometimes I could watch her Super Soul Sunday segments. Those are similar to her show, but without all the fanfare. But I do think it's missed that she had, you know, just about everybody came and sat next to be interviewed by Oprah. We'll be right back.